return back to the happenings at the labyrinth. Saint's eyes sort of go slack and roll in the back of her head, and you see her pass out. Maybe 2 to 3 milliseconds go by, and she opens her eyes, and her eyes are completely glowing white. She lifts her head, cracks her neck, looks down at the tentacle in her chest, puts her hands around it. Capre screams at the top of her lungs. She pulls it out of her chest as the hole closes, and she lands softly on the ground.
Whoa!
Whereas Capre falls and on her back with a thump.
Hey, let's get out of here!
You can't leave! I won't let you!
If I don't get my spine, you die.
Look at Grimora and go, and meld into stone.
The rest of you hear her, and she begins pounding on the ground as if she's lost complete control.
Grimora turns to Capre and says,
Leave her! I want the spine!
What feels like a half an hour goes by. And just when you're at that point of frustration and wanting to release, you hear a voice in your head. And it sounds like your voice, but that different twinge, almost like your twin's voice, you can hear in your head. And it says, "We feel you, Saint."
Sansa?
No. As you are melded with us, we are melded with you.
You know of me.
We were made for you. Now that we have served our purpose, we will no longer be.
Val, you turn the corner, and as you turn the corner, the wall on this side of you shatters as one of those spear-like arrows sinks into the wall, and you just see the poison dripping off of it, and the stone cracks. Yeah. You see further up into the labyrinth, and you actually see bits and pieces of Minotaur body parts that have been strewn about all the way towards the exit on the far side.
It's starting to smell real ripe, too.
Ooh.
It's very visceral and violent. There seems to be very little cutting.
Yeah. They are also all missing spines.
Oh, dude. It's them.
Yikes.
Okay. They came this way.
Yeah, that's...
Otto, be careful!
There is a very, very large figure riding
What?
a mammoth.
I'd like to turn and do ensnaring strike.
Okay.
Nice. That's not enough to stop me!
As she's taking these wounds, you see them immediately start to heal up as they're being dealt.
The final doorway of that labyrinth, as before has been described, it's sort of unfolded and slammed into place, and then the seams disappeared. And that's exactly what happens. It's just in reverse. And a mural on that wall, as you are close to it, almost that same skippy, almost like things are twirling and skipping, you begin to see what looks like the formation of a sparrow. And on its crown appears and pops a small crown. It seems to be standing in a field of wheat. From within the wheat, you see what looks like an image of a stone elephant. As the elephant folk begins to extend out of the stone, slowly turning to purple skin. And a saint falls out. The stone solidifies, and it ages, and it begins to slowly crumble and dust.
I can't believe you're alive, but we need to move.
Where? And I look out at the plain.
But you do see, miles out, you see this man, or figure rather, riding on top of the...
Is that who I think it is?
Yeah, it's that guy.
Would you like to share my camp?
What are you doing out here, by the way?
I'm traveling from place to place trading. That's what I do.
We need to get to the Hanging Gardens as quickly as possible.
How quickly?
As quickly as possible. The
Well,
sooner
I
the
can
better.
send you there right now if you like.
We don't have much on us at the moment.
Oh, I think you do.
What do I have that you might want?
He looks slowly over at Otto.
Cristobal?
His feelings.
I made a deal with him for a favor. He asked me to bring
What?
him the spine.
What?
That is what he asked me to do. To bring him the spine.
Cristobal, no.
I did not want to
Wait.
do
Your contract is fulfilled.
From the cloud above you, a lightning strike.
Instead of putting it in one of the cases, you see him tuck it into his rags.
Probably.
Well, perhaps I can offer you a favor
Saint.
in the
Saint.
future.
No,
Stop.
Saint.
I do like to trade in favors, although they don't always pan out the way I'd expect. Talk it over.
No!
That's a great idea.
No! I want to do it now! I want to do it. My sister is in the Hanging Gardens. She's been missing for weeks. I've just died. I'm at my wit's end. We're doing it. I will give up anything.
And he takes out this huge ornate quill, and he starts writing up a contract.
Allow me to help with the price, whatever it is. Before we were brought here, the only thing you were thinking about was finding your sister, and now you've had a chance to do it. I get it. I really do. But I'm worried that you're signing up for a literal deal with the devil.
I would be honored to have you join.
Val will step up to the contract standing next to Saint. We're gonna find her, alright?
As the conversation is happening, I would like to use sleight of hand to take back. I don't know. I just want to. I kind of want to rob him.
When you put your hands inside of the rags,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of different little bits and bobs in there. And you're searching around trying to find something that would feel like the spine. You don't find the spine, but you do find a pouch.
Take it.
Okay, you take the pouch and immediately pocket it.
Yep. But
And he does not appear to notice.
It's your life, your decision. So if you want to do it, do it. Don't let us pressure you either way.
I've done worse for worse reasons, and Val signs it.
Clouds in the sky begin to roil and get thicker.
It's your decision.
Lightning
Well,
strikes.
If we're going to be a team, I guess we'll be a team.
Yeah.
So if this is what you want to do, and your eyes are open,
Do it.
She looks up at the rain and smiles, and then looks to Val,
There's a lightning strike.
takes the pen.
The rain gets worse and harder.
You sign it?
And she leans over and signs it.
And that's where we will end our episode.
And you hear in the distance the tweeting of a sparrow, almost as if a call coming closer and closer.
I thought you were here.
Soon, a sparrow flying in the wheat lands upon your knee as you lay in the grass, lay in this wheat. Upon its head is a small, thorny crown.
Question, are we in a dream right now?
Oh, no, dear, you are in the afterlife. Well, if you remember, we had an agreement. I would help you find your sister if you would help me find mine.
Yes.
I have not yet found my sister, unfortunately, so we still have that bit of dealing to deal with. But I thought I'd give you sort of a side mission, per se, which is finding that who wishes to keep me from you and why. Your sister has returned to your home,
Which one?
the Hanging Gardens.
Ah,
I do have a bit of unfortunate news besides your death. It appears that the matron has gone missing. I can bring you back. Unfortunately, there will be a cost. But if I am to bring you back, you will lose part of yourself in the process. What do you choose to give me to bring you back to this world?
if it's faith you need, then perhaps you should decide.
And with that, I will burden your sacrifice for you then. I will give up my own Sparrow King for you.
What do you mean?
Well, my dear, what that means is this is the last time you will see this form.
Oh, but is that not your main form? I've only seen you as a sparrow.
I believe it belongs in your hands now, my dear. With your act of faith, I also am showing you faith. You now own the sparrow. And your eyes flutter back, and you feel yourself being pulled through weeds, through these wheat field, pulled fast, air flowing by your face, through your hair. You can feel yourself gaining strength and power as your body transforms from that blue-green aesthetic more to your fingers beginning to reform. Your skeleton beginning to sort of come into focus. You see the tentacle in your chest, and you grab it, and with a pull it out, and the hole heals up almost instantly. That is where our secret room will end.